My friend Robert Shit! Hi everyone, Paul Richmond here, hanging out with my friend Robert Burcar at the studio. Robert is an awesome artist here in Monterey. And we found each other because we connected over our mutual love of divas.
Absolutely.
It was actually election day, right? We had plans to go to lunch, and we thought it was going to be a celebratory get to know each other, let's celebrate our new awesome president lunch. And it wasn't that, but
it was something better.
Yes, it was. No, we were both so depressed, and then we went to lunch and we started talking about Cher and who else?
We talked about every great diva out there.
Yes.
Yeah, we talked about all of them, and it was so nice to actually speak to somebody that actually understands and knows who the good people are.
Speaks the language of diva.
Exactly.
But the highlight of the day was when we went out to the parking lot. This sounds like it could be shady, but he showed me his Cher album collection, which is the coolest thing ever. So I told him he had to bring it tonight so that you guys could see it.
I think what really got me into Cher was I loved her early work, her really, really early work, mid-60s, 1965 on, and Sonny and Cher and all those. And I just loved her voice so much. I just thought she was amazing. And so one day I found a copy of one of her greatest hits records and at a Salvation Army thrift store. And I just decided I wanted everything that she ever made.
So how old were you?
I was pretty young. I think I was about 12 or 13 years old. I mean, I was a music lover my whole life, and I always collected records of my favorite artists and stuff. And if I really liked an artist that much, I had to have everything they had. Everything. I had to have everything that they ever made. A little obsessive.
A little obsessive.
I
get that. I'm that way.
Yeah.
The only record album I can ever remember owning myself from my childhood was like Mickey Mouse Jazzercise, which I did religiously every morning. That's why I'm in such great shape. Oh, look at her.
This was Cher's first record. It's called All I Really Want to Do. Most of these songs are covers of Bob Dylan songs, and it's really folky, really rock, folk, oldies. Definitely, it's definitely.
Look at her pretty eyes.
She was about 19 years old. I mean, and this is probably the incarnation of Cher that I love the most, because it was her at her very original. I mean, it was pure raw talent.
She needs a few more feathers and sequins, though, to be the Cher I know.
Yeah, and this was her second record, the sunny side of Cher. This is Cher record number 3.
Her nails are perfect.
Oh yeah, and she's got her little sunny ring on there.
Is that a bubble?
Yeah, this was pre that.
That would have been like my job. I would have been the one off to the side, like blowing bubbles for this photo shoot.
Yeah, there's some great songs in here. Like I Feel Something in the Air. I love that song.
Well, it was that bubble. That's what she felt.
And then another classic Cher, I Want You.
Yes, I know that one.
That's a great one.
Can you do a Cher impression?
Let me think about that.
It's real easy. All you have to do is add an extra syllable to the word and then put a little emphasis. Like instead of saying hello, you say hello.
Hello. Hello.
See, it was like I was standing right next to Cher.
The other interesting thing about these early records that we've just showed you is her voice is completely different than what it's known for now. I mean, she did have this deep vibrato, voice in the beginning, but like it was much more raw, And then as she progressed,
and there was not auto-tune.
No, this was her first professional gig was she was a backup singer for Phil Spector, and unfortunately, I mean, he made a lot of great records, but unfortunately now he's in jail because he murdered his wife.
Well, sometimes things go awry.
And when he first asked her to sing, she was so scared. She was so shy. She was painfully shy.
I've heard that she still has stage fright.
Oh yeah, she was so scared at one point. She ran into the bathroom and wouldn't come out. Darlene Love, who did a lot of music back in with Phil Spector. She'd be knocking on the door like, Cher, you know, you're supposed to be out here, and she'd be like, no, I think Phil's gonna make me sing it by myself. I can't do it.
She was making this face.
But once she got past that fear, Phil would constantly have to move her back from the microphone because her voice overpowered everybody else's. You know what the 70s? Right?
Let's do the 70s.
One of Cher's first major hits of the 70s was Gypsies, Tramps, and Thieves.
That's a good
I
one.
absolutely love this record. The Way of Love is a classic song.
Yes.
Gypsies, Tramps, and Thieves is a great song. There's also a lot of nice covers here, but you know, at the end of the 60s, Cher, as well as Sonny and Cher, their brand of music was just considered way too square, and they kind of fell out of favor at the end of the 60s because, you know, at the end of the 60s, it grew a lot darker. Anyways, this was like the first reinvention of Cher because...
and it was still like, I mean, that song was still pretty like campy and silly, but it hit the ring.
And she had like a couple, you know, she had a string of just these storytelling songs like Half Breed and Dark Lady and all of these, and all of those songs. All of those songs were major hits, and plus. There was the Sonny and Cher TV show. They also, so I mean, they went from 60s folky rock stars. When that went out of favor, they became television personalities, you know.
Like us, right now.
Absolutely.
Which one are you? I guess you're Cher because you've got the long hair. Damn it.
You're taller than me, so you're probably Cher. I'm good.
It's almost like a cliche now for gay people to say that they like Cher. I mean, like, it's just assumed. And people sort of like react to that by not wanting to say they like her because you don't want to maybe be like a stereotype. But I'm just curious. I like fell in love with her before I even knew what gay meant, and I wonder what it is you think that like speaks to so many of us. Like, not all gay people like Cher, but a lot of us do. Why do you think that is?
Yeah. I think
because of these outfits. Oh, not that one.
It could. I think Cher always felt like an outsider herself. You know, she continues to do whatever she wants. I don't want to just call her a survivor because that sounds so corny.
But I mean, she had survived a freaking long time.
Exactly. I mean, you know, this woman has had a 50-year career. This was actually the first Cher record that I ever owned. I was actually really fascinated with it because she was so big in the 80s, and that was my, you know, I was born in 1981, and so she was already 25 years into a career when I was born.
Yes. Yeah.
And I was really fascinated with this picture of her because I was used to her strutting around in these black leather jackets.
Yeah, and the thong and the like fishnets. That's
I mean, I just remember her being almost like a biker bitch.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I had no idea that this woman had been around as long as she had been around, and when I saw this picture, I was like, good God, she was gorgeous. That is her long, natural black hair, you know? But anyways,
You can grow yours that long. We could do it like, you could recreate this photo. So show a little length.
Yeah, I fell in love with these songs. I thought her vocal delivery was so powerful. She always overpowered the orchestra, which I always loved. You know, it was just almost like this huge, like, you know, and that's why I loved her. I just knew that she was a real deal. I knew that she was a real singer.
I just have to say how nice it is to be able to like hang out with somebody who has the same appreciation, because I don't know that I can really say that I've ever had like a friend, like a close friend who shared my same obsessions like this. You know, who knows like Cher songs that were not just like the main, you know, singles that everyone knows. Like, we can talk about other things.
I'm an albums artist. I mean, you know, when I get an album, it's like a book to me. I have to just read it from beginning to end.
So why don't you tell them about that one, and I'm going to slip off and do a Cher like wardrobe change real quick. It'll be like 15 seconds, just like one of her concerts, because I want you to see something.
Sonny and Cher separated in 1974. She struggled for several years. She made a lot of records that didn't sell. This is her Stars record. There's another reason I collect these things. I like collecting rare music, and this was a promotional copy. This was never for sale. As well.
Can you see? I don't even know. Hopefully.
Yeah, I think so. This is a one-of-a-kind Cher jacket.
Yes, my friend Jason Elizondo painted for me before I went to see her last concert. I'll put a link down below so you can check out more of Jason's art too.
This is amazing. Like,
I feel like I have to stand like this now.
Did he paint? Is this an original?
Yeah, he painted right on.
compared to the merchandise that you see at concert now, which is like the worst quality, it usually is. It's like stuff like this is much more valuable and memorable.
Absolutely. I mean, I guess I'll turn around. But just know she's back there watching out for you at all times.
Absolutely.
All right, I'm ready for 80s.
All right, 80s. So anyways,
can we tease your hair first? Oh, look at that.
That is totally 80s shit.
That's amazing. It looks like one of the decals that would be in an 80s beauty salon window.
This was another... Honestly, this wasn't really one of my favorite Cher moments, but I loved the fact that it was even a single. I had no idea it was even a single.
Like, she's wearing chainmail. Yeah. Oh, prisoner. Yes. Yeah. Oh, look at the back. She's holding like a big lightsaber? Or no, she's chained to it.
You know, the best song on here, I mean, these songs are campy and corny and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, there's one rocker on here that's just good, and that is Hell on Wheels.
Oh, I know that.
The song is like almost pure rock and roll with a disco beat. The video, unfortunately, which is rarely seen, is her on roller skates. Skating down a highway.
Oh my god, that's amazing. Yeah. This looks like the same set, by the way, that she used for her workout video, which I have and have practiced before.
Have you really?
Yes. Oh yeah.
I mean, I know that she made a series of workout videos, I just never had the...
Oh yeah, I made Dennis do it with me. They're rough. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. It's
really? Is it embarrassing?
Yeah. I mean, she's like doing it in the leather thong. Like, who works out in a leather thong? But I mean, I thought I had to also, since that's what she was doing on the screen. So, you know, it was not comfortable.
Wow. And the 80s is as far as this collection goes. I mean, even though, you know...
because they didn't really make albums.
Yeah, and
records.
When Cher's first album in 13 years came out a couple years ago, Closer to the Truth, of course, I've
been on heavy rotation in my house.
Absolutely. It was a fantastic record. It was so good. And the first 500 people to get a pre-order in would get a signed copy. And I was one of the first 500 people to pre-order that record.
I didn't know that.
And like 3 months later, right before the record was about to come out, they canceled my order because there was an issue with my credit card.
Oh no!
So I was fucking pissed.
Oh,
so, Warner Brothers, fuck you.
Cher, please send him the autograph.
Yeah, and so I had to go out to Target and buy my own. But no, like I was so close. I was so
with this level of dedication.
Yeah, and they canceled my credit card because you know it wasn't because it got revoked. It's hard to believe. Like there was I got a new credit card, and there was some little glitch in the computer, and they just said, "I'm sorry, you know, you have to cancel your order."
Where's the Cher sad face there? That's how Robert. Yeah.
But if Cher does come out with another record, we'll probably be retirement. But maybe I'll have a second chance.
And she'll still look like this. Yeah. Well, thank you so much for sharing your awesome collection with us. Now, why don't you tell them where they can go online to see some of your awesome artwork?
You can go to my website at robertleeburcar.com.
Put the link right down there.
Yep. You can buy really nice G-clay prints of my work. You know, I have like a million inspirations for why I make art, and a million people that have inspired me. And Cher is definitely in that recipe, because if she taught me anything, it's pursue and don't give up, and keep working and keep going.
Thank you guys so much for watching. Leave us a comment down below and let us know what your favorite Cher song is. And while you're down there, maybe like this video and subscribe to my channel, please. That would be real nice.
Absolutely. He's a terrific